Welcome back to Inside Politics. Our guest today is Mayor Karl Dean. Mayor, one other charter amendment that's on the ballot for Metro voters to decide in August is one that would require 40% of the jobs on all Metro projects that total more than $100,000, which is not a lot for a construction project, that 40% of those jobs have to go to local citizens. Sounds like a good idea, but you oppose it. Why?
Well, I think it sounds like a good idea, and having local people working on projects is a good thing, but I think, number one, we actually have a shortage of construction labor in Davidson County. I mean, we're booming, and we don't have enough people here to fill all the slots we have open. It will add to the cost of government. I mean, $100,000 is not building much sidewalk even. So almost every project the government does, that would add costs to. We don't require Metro employees to live within Davidson County. I think people can live where they want to live. So those are the reasons I'm opposed to it. But the bigger issue here, the bigger issue is the two charter amendments we just talked about dealing with the council size and term limits are appropriate for a referendum. It shouldn't be me making that decision. It shouldn't be the council making the decision. It should be the people in Nashville. This is something that needs, if you're going to do something like this, you do a thoughtful ordinance where there's discussion, where there's compromise, where you work out the right stuff. You can't do it by an edict like this. There's a tendency now for every issue to put it on to try to put it on the ballot. And I would think of the charter as almost like our Constitution. It's our governing document, and you don't resolve indivial issues in it.
Is this amendment legal? Do you believe there'll be legal action against this should it be approved by voters?
There will be, I think there'll be legal action. I don't know definitively or not whether it's legal. My understanding is they have this in Boston. They haven't used it because of legal challenges. Other cities have found ways to do it. I just think it's a bad public policy, and it's not the right way to go about implementing the policy, and it will result in more costs to government. It will result in every project we do being more expensive, which includes sidewalk projects, which includes sewer projects, which include even the big projects.
Affordable housing has been a big issue in this mayoral campaign. There's a bill coming to your desk that's been approved by the council that would implement inclusionary zoning. It would appear to perhaps set in a mandatory requirement. It could be a goal, but a mandatory requirement of at least 14% of all new housing construction, infill construction, has to be affordable housing. Do you plan to sign that bill?
Yes. And look, I think affordable housing is an issue that is going to get a lot of attention in the next 4 years. Nashville is a city that by most standards is an affordable city. The cost of living here is less than the national average, but there is clearly going to be need for more affordable housing, and that's going to be an issue that I think the next mayor and the next council are going to have to address. And I think the council is taking steps to begin that process now. But there's a long way to go as to how that's played out. We have done some things with the Barnes Fund and some other stuff, but that issue is a larger issue that is going to receive more attention in the years ahead.
The people who want to become the next mayor have talked a lot about what their priorities are on their first day. What do you think the priority of the next mayor should be on his or her first day?
Public education, public safety, economic development, and then
have been your priorities.
Right. I think those. I can't say I checked the box on all those, but we worked on those every day, and we made progress. But you got to keep working on them every day. For a city to be great, you got to have good schools, you got to be safe, and you got to have opportunity, and you got to have a good tax base. So you got to work on those. I think transit is a big issue that during my time as mayor has sort of come to a head. I talked about it in 07. I actually, we've doubled essentially MTA's budget during my time in office. It's been something I care about passionately, but that has risen now to be a top issue in Nashville, and that will have to be addressed, and I think it will be.
Your next job is going to be as a professor at Belmont University. Yes. Are you looking forward to going back in the classroom? You did teach law school. Why are you going back to do undergraduates?
Well, I love history, and I thought it would be nice to change gears and do something where I'd be working with undergraduates, and then also...
have you picked your topics yet?
Well, it'll probably be related to urban history and urban politics would be my guess.
You going to come on this show and talk politics with me
Anytime
sometime?
you invite me, I'd love to.
About your successor? Are you going to come talking about that as well, what you like or don't like about what's going on? That's usually a little bit off base for
I'm not going to, my goal would be to give my successor all the room and freedom they need to do their job without having to listen to me comment on it.
Now, being where you are, where you're going to be in the classroom, is that a way stay for you until you perhaps make another political run in 2018? There'll be both a governor's chair and a U.S. Senate seat available.
Well, I've loved politics. I've loved political life, and I've enjoyed serving the city. And I am interested in serving at another level. But whether that happens or not, I don't know. I mean, as you know, politics is luck and it's timing, and there's got to be a reasonable likelihood of success. There are family elements, there are personal elements, all that go into that. So that decision hasn't been made, and I'm not planning a campaign in my basement right now or doing anything other than thinking about how I'm going to not bore students at Belmont.
So a definite maybe, and stay tuned.
A definite maybe.
Mayor Dean, thank you so much for coming on the show today, and for all the times you've come on the show over the last 8 years, and thank you for all the times you've come over here to News Channel 5 Plus to be a part of the program.
Okay, well, I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us this week on Inside Politics. Hope you'll be back here again for a future show. If you can't get enough politics in the meantime, go to the News Channel 5 website. You'll find my Capitol View commentary there. There's a new commentary posted every Friday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here next time. Goodbye.